Hi everyone, it's me, Darlene. I am sitting here with a piece of one-sided, glue side, iron-on fusible, trying to come up with a way to make top stitching and crumb quilting a little bit easier. And I thought if the pieces were stabilized, it would make the fabric stiffer, but it would be awesome for tote bags because I want to make a tote bag out of that big piece that I made, which I put away because I needed room and then I never got to finish it. But I will. And then I thought, I could stabilize some of these pieces, which I could, especially the ones I already have made. And then once they have fusible on the back, I can cut, curves and all kinds of things. And then if I had a bunch of pieces all stabilized, then I bet it would be pretty easy to put one on top of the other, maybe with some more stabilizer under, and sew. And it might come out better. I don't know. But then what I thought is I'd even like to play with just some stabilized strips. So that's what I'm going to do in this video. I'm just going to lay some fabric down. This is even ripped on this side. This is all thready. I don't care. I'm going to add the stabilizer to the back, and then I'm going to just cut some strips. And maybe I can play with stable strips. Ooh, do I have something that's not long enough? I was going to say if I had like a strip of something like this. Ooh, that's a nice strip. It's crumb pieces. Let's put that there. These are just going to be cut apart. Let's do this. And then we have a little bit on the end. Can we do something else there? I do not know. Okay, well, let's put something like too long and we'll just cut. We'll just cut a little strip of that. All right, I'm just going to iron this now. Can you see? I can barely see what you see. And I don't have water in my iron because I like a lot of steam and it runs out too quick. So I leave my iron dry, but I have a spray bottle when I'm ironing. Now, that doesn't seem to want to stick on there. Maybe it's because it's, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I gotta be patient. Because this one, it's not like lying right flat because there's seams there. So we'll see. I have no clue. I have no clue, no plan. I don't know what I'm doing or why I'm doing it, okay? But I just thought I'd turn the camera on and show you what I don't know how to do. I'll let it cool a little bit. Yeah, the trick is to let it cool a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to turn this over. And I'm going to just put that aside. I'm just cutting to, I can't even see where that stabilizer began. And oh, it's because it's way over here. Okay, so let me trim this off. I'm hoping I will be able to do cooler things with curves because I really want to make crumb tote bags. I mean, I really do. Okay, so now, even with something like this, I could top stitch, or I was even thinking of putting some fabric ribbon and then just straight stitching on each side of the ribbon. That would enclose these raw edges. Could I do that? Hang on. I don't really have the ribbon that I want, but that's something I will do. So what I'm going to do is I want to just experiment with my initial thing. I'm just going to cut now. Okay, that was on top of that. I'm just going to cut my strips out. And I would just say to myself, I've got a lot of strips I can play with now and do things with. Let me see. All right. And I could cut curves now if I wanted to. I guess what I'm aiming for is like all kinds of different shapes and strips and circles and triangles, whatever, that are all pre-fused. Now this is not going to stick on this side. This is just one-sided, but it makes it stable, and maybe I can do some creative stuff, more creative than I ever dreamed of, by doing this. Now see, I can cut in this way. All the edges, once you cut whatever thready stuff you have, that's not going to fray now because it's got the fusible on the other side. See what I mean, Jelly Bean? Let's see here. I know I'm going to like something about this. I'm going to figure something out that I'm going to really like, because I need some new obsessions. I don't know what you were seeing, okay? So this is what I have now. I have 4 pieces that are fused, but they're all narrow. You know, I don't know. Would I want to just try for the hell of it to zigzag on that? I wish they were a little bit bigger. Oh yeah, we could put that on stabilizer now, couldn't we? Do I have another little piece on here? Do I have something small? I think I do. That's maybe too small. Well, I could try it with just 2. And I'm in a hurry. I gotta go someplace today. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Let's see. This is the glue side, all right. This and this. I won't worry about curves or anything like that right now. I just want to try this. I want to be done. There is a little curve there. I was going to kind of keep it there, but let's just take it off. Okay. Now, all right, so now I'm going to attempt to fuse this smooth side to this rough side. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if it will stick good. I gotta overlap. My eyes are so weird. It's like I kind of sort of need readers, but then I kind of sort of don't. It's like they just change throughout the day. My eyes. Okay, let's see. I have no clue. No clue. I can hit it from the other side too. I would need a little pressing cloth, but let's just see. You do have to let it cool after, because it'll peel right off when it's this hot. I have my iron on high with no water, no steam. Ow, that's hot, man. Sometimes I can get away with it. Let me just cover it with something, and then we'll do a little pressing this side. I mean, this could be time-consuming, tedious, but sometimes I like those things. All right, now you're just going to have to trust me. I'm going to go to my machine, and I'm going to do with colored thread, which I don't like, zigzag with colored thread on. And first of all, yeah, I mean, that's stuck. I mean, this lifts because I overlapped on purpose. I'm just going to do zigzag all the way down. Be right back. This was so incredibly easy to sew. It's very stable. It would be so good for tote bags and things. But I wish I would have sewed it with a darker color on top. I had like some kind of like little light purple on the top, almost pinkish, and then I had aqua on the bottom. And you should be able to see it though a little bit. The thing is that nothing buckled up, nothing got puffy. It was just so nice to sew. And I could have even done a wider zigzag. I didn't do too wide. I don't think that's going to focus. It's focusing. My straightness wasn't perfect. maybe I could try this one too. Now, I could put this one on top of this one. That's pretty cool. And I'm just going to stay with the same thread color. I don't want to do any curves or anything yet. Hang on. I forgot. I have to put these on. Is there another piece here? Ooh, there we go. This, like this, and this, like this. Just overlapping it a little bit. I'm just going to try to not touch. Do I have the... No, I don't. All right. Let me do it this way. No, I want it on this side because the iron is on this side. Okay, that like that. That overlapping like that. And I'm just going to be careful. And we just wait a little bit. Then I can trim this off, and then I'll flip it, and I'll do the other side with my little pressing sheet or whatever. I'm like a child. So much like a child. I already have like 5 ideas that I want to do immediately. Okay, I'm going to just trim that like that. I don't care if I flip this and if anything would stick to my ironing board. This is actually Skylar's. I'm probably doing it way too much. Oh, cool. All right, I'm going to go zigzag down. I love this so much. I could even put up with a wider zigzag. I think it's because it's so stabilized that the zigzag just looks nice. Now, if I wanted to put these two things together, that would, I don't think I'd want to. Could I just stabilize right there? Could we do that? I mean, because I don't want it like 20 layers thick. How about I make a little stabilizer strip? Oh my goodness. See, the juices are flowing. That was good. Okay, and then, okay, let me do this. Okay, this is going to be my pressing fabric right there. I see some white peeking through. Oh, it's the stabilizer. I probably should have trimmed it a little bit better, but that's okay. All right, so now we only added thickness right there on that, and I'm going to go zigzag. That worked great. That really worked out great. I am going to be so addicted to this. Now I imagine myself, doing big pieces of fabric, like let's say a layer cake square, a 10 by 10 square, and just fusing the back of it and then cutting all kinds of shapes out of that. When you have enough different prints, or you could just do small and and make different shapes and stuff, and just think of all the stuff you could do. Now, it would be ideal if it was like 1 to under and that you could peel the back and stick, but I like this. I like this. I'm good with this. Okay. I might be fusing, I like this feel so much for like a nice tote bag or a zipper pouch or whatever. Okay, I'm just gonna have to stop because I'm like so excited and I have so many things spinning in my head. And I don't want to get too carried away. But I just wanted to show you this. I think it's really, really cool. And you'll see me doing this again, and we will figure out things to make with it. Even ornaments. It's nice and stiff. That would have been so cool with some Christmas scraps, and you cut a little Christmas tree and put that in the tree. Oh, my God. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll be back with more soon. Please subscribe. Bye. Thank you.